I'm finally 550 power. I want this video hyped, liked, shared. I want to hit 50k subs before Renegades. We are finally 550 power. That's been a 92-day grind. It's been 92 days since 15th of July. 3-month grind to get to 550 power. Finally, after the portal buffs. TechSec supply has been gifted upon us in the tower. It's here, look. Now, a lot of you would have just claimed this stuff and said, oh, I'll claim it right away. No. Never claim anything unless you've got a plan for it. I had a plan all along. Get to 448. Boom. These are plus twos. 550, 550, 550, 550. TechSec supply. Gods. Loyalists, stand up. If you didn't claim your gear, please tell me that you didn't. And that means you were very clever. For those blueberries who claimed it right away, oh man, what you playing at? What you playing at claiming it? So let's do this together. Let's just see how good this feels, right? Give me that kinetic. Oh, darling, that's so nice. Give me the energy weapon. Oh, that's tremendous. Give me the heavy weapon. Oh, that's beautiful. Give me the helmet. That's magnificent. Give me the gauntlets. That's cool. It feels nice. Give me the chest plate. Keep glazing me. Keep glazing me. All the boots. And then finally, the tremendous class item. Boom. 550. We are now 550. We are now 550. The rewards pass will show you it. 92-day grind. Oh my god, I'm going to go and celebrate. Couple of milkshakes. After yesterday's patch for portal power and progression and leveling, the whole process now is much better than what it was. I would estimate that power leveling is probably times 3 or even 4 times faster than what it was before. It's incredibly fast. You can go up so many levels. Now my power bracket was between 500 to 550, which is the slowest. Between 300 to 500, that power bracket, you go up incredibly quick as well, quicker than the 500 to 550 bracket. But honestly, I went up 23 power levels in 4 hours. I played 3 hours after yesterday's reset, and I played 1 hour this morning and got to 550. Yeah, whereas previously on the +1 power bonus drops, it would have took me way longer than that. It would have took, I would estimate, to go from 527 to 550 on the older system would have been at least 20-30 hours. Today and yesterday took 4 hours total gameplay to get a 550 from 527. It's an incredible difference, right? And I'm going to tell you what I did to get to 550, and there's going to be some tips and tricks in this. And just some information going forward with content as well. So first thing is, don't do French tablecloth builds, please. And what I mean by that is don't be going here, there and everywhere with your builds. Stick to one build for leveling. It is in your interest just to do that, because you don't want to keep going in your menu and swapping stuff. You're wasting time. So if you're like, oh, I'm sick of Controverse Hold, I want Getaway Artist, or I want You, don't do that. Just stick to one of your builds and go with it. Now, I stuck with what works. Lightning Surge, Felwinter's Helm. Whilst Warlock is incredible now on grenade builds, and it is, but as you saw from yesterday's video, I was needing to solo one cycle Garan, and I know that Lightning Surge is technically top 3 build in the game. It's within the top 3 most powerful builds in the game right now is Lightning Surge. So I went with what works. That's what I went with, because it's easy to build for as well. Because Paragon Armor is mainly super weapons. It's very easy to build for. Whereas some of your grenade builds on Warlock takes more stat distributions and stuff. I have got plenty of Warlock grenade builds. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to explain to you is I already had a build ready to go, and I didn't want to waste any time with builds. I wanted to level up as quickly as possible, so I just went with what works. You should do that as well. If you're on Titan, stick to one of your builds that you enjoy and just use that one build for the entire duration of power leveling. Now, if you're only 300 power, well, that's not healthy, But say if you only need 50, 60 levels left, just stick to one build. Or stick to one build a day. That's my advice on that. So I done just that. I stick to one build and I stick to the similar weapons. I used Mint for the entire time in the Connect slot. I used Ahab Chart the entire time in my energy slot. And I used either the Axe, Finality's Ogre, or Legend of Acris. Those are the 3 exotic heavies I used. I didn't use anything else at all. Right, that's all I did. So, if we come on to the portal got a mega buff in terms of drops. It wasn't just that you get a higher bump. It's not just that. It's the bonus drops that made the power leveling process 4 times quicker. So what you need to do for the portal, please, if you're 450, 460, please listen to this. Because I can show you the way, right? I am the Yoda of Destiny 2. I can teach you the Force. You just need to listen to it. If you listen to it, you can't go wrong. You need to bunny hop the portal. Do not put yourself into the K1 jail any longer. This is actually inefficient. If you only farm solo ops K1, you're not leveling properly and you're too slow. You need to bunny hop. Don't do master, by the way, if you're above that, because look, this caps out at 400 power. So you want to bunny hop. So you want to go to Fire Team Ops and Pinnacle Ops. So look, Reclaim. I've got 3 completion rewards plus 1 drop, right? I've got bonus drops. So let me come down to this. Oh no, we've done that one before. I'm looking, right, there we go, Devil's Lair. Devil's Lair is 2 completion rewards, and for me, it's 3 bonus drops. That's 5 powerful rewards. Bonus drops are powerfuls. So bonus drops will get you up power as well as the completion rewards. That's 5 drops for Devil's Lair. We know Devil's Lair's quick one. That's incredible, right? So we go with where the bonus drops are. Now, what I will tell you is, don't go to too difficult ones. For example, Luminality. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that you go and solo this. It's not in matchmaking right now, right? You know, Luminality is a great place to test your combatant challenge, but it's no good for power leveling. So don't do things like that. Proven Grounds is a quick one. But the ones I did, right, I'm going to tell you, I done Fallen Saber. Even solo, I was doing that in 10 minutes. And I'd done Insight Terminus. I'd done the Insight Terminus farm. But I would oscillate. If this doesn't have bonus drop rewards, I would go and swap over to Reclaim. I'd done Match Made Reclaim. Because Match Made Reclaim today is very good. And you get the bonus drops there. So at times I was getting 6 or 7 powerful rewards for Reclaim. And I was doing it in 12 to 15 minutes in a fire team casually. And I would go to all of them. So if there's bonus drops on Conductor's Keep, I go and do it. If there's bonus drops on Fallen Bunker, I go and do it. And I would oscillate. But when I run out of bonus drops, I'd then go back to solo ops and do bonus drops on solo ops. Right? And then when that's gone, I would then go to Nightmare of Galran and farm him. Because when he gets bonus drops, I would then go and do that. And I showed you the farm on that. And how you could do that. But it's not required. You could just play Reclaim. Reclaim, in my opinion, is actually better than K1. It's actually way better. So don't put yourself into a solo ops jail. But what I would recommend is do them all. If your screen is lit up with green engrams on all of these, do every one. I've done every single solo ops yesterday. And I blew through it. I blew through it. So do the bunny hop portal leveling method. That's your first tip. Next tip is cards. So let's just load up a card, right? Let me just give you this as an example. So let's go to customize. Don't worry about the activity. I've just got the card up. So you see that I'm C+ with no mods. Power level is fixed. For ultimate content it's minus 30. GM it's minus 25. I think Masters minus 20. And so on and so forth. What I was doing, especially if it was solo ops, was I was using Pressure Cooker because it adds a lot of multiplier. And I was just using equipment locked. Sometimes I would run no starting ammo on solo ops, but in fire team ops I would not run that because I didn't need to. I would run Brawn because I've got a health modifier. I've got a health build. And I would use sometimes Extinction Revives, but you didn't need it. I was doing that, but I was like, After so long, I was like, I don't even need to do that. So just use limited revives and then pop these on. So I was running a fret, like a single fret, and I would counter that with a chestplate resistance. I would use hot step. I would use void. I would use like some obscure challenge modifier that doesn't really impact gameplay. And look at my score. I don't even need that much. These are the types of things that I was doing. I would never run difficult frets. I would sometimes even run a counterfeit. I would never run famine mods. Never did I need to do that. And I was running free boons. What you need to understand about today's reset is it was very special because you could run 3 boon mods to stack. This is why I went hard on power leveling today, because I knew that it was an opportunity and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and I was like, I need to do this now because this is going to make the entire portal system easy. Full throttle is a 100% damage bonus when you get 100 kills, which is easy in fireteam ops and such. Slayer gives a damage bonus, it's solo operator. Heavyweight, incredible with some weapons that I was using, the axe, Legend of Acrius, Finality's Ogre, all these types of weapons. So it was an incredible day to farm today. Now the portal is going to reset. I believe Bungie done this on purpose with the boons. They give us heavyweight, Slayer and full throttle today, not by chance. Somebody made an informed decision today, well yesterday, to say, hang on a minute, let's make the portal way easier. Let's just give them that. Now after today's reset, these mods are going to go away, but I'll be honest, the ultimate content does not feel that difficult at minus 30 delta. There'll be times when it is a bit more difficult, depending on the activity that you choose. For example, for those of you saying it's too easy, go and do Luminality minus 30 delta then. And I want you to solo it. And if you can't, you don't have a right to say it's too easy, because you haven't soloed it. If it was easy, you would be able to solo this at the click of my fingers and be able to do it. Now I can, because I've already done it at minus 40 delta. Have you? If the answer's no, I don't think you have the liberty of saying it's too easy. What I think is, Bungie's maybe screwed up here, because they've made a new mode called Ultimate Mode, and I don't think it's going to live to its standards. So now the issue's going to be, not for me by the way, but I think for other players, is that they're going to say, well, what's the point in Ultimate Mode if it's not more difficult than the old Grandmasters, right? And that is a bit of a, that's going to be the next issue that we face. But I will tell you is, I would rather that the portal was undertuned rather than overtuned. And when I say undertuned, I mean, no, sorry, I would rather the portal was too easy rather than too hard, because what we need to understand is that the casual players are the most important portion of this player base. If we don't keep the majority happy, then we will only be left with the minority, and we will be left with whiny players, and we will have a very small community player base. So we need a fine balance of keeping the casual majority player base happy, whilst also keeping players like me also a little bit happy. And I'm happy enough because there's a lot of build crafting to be done. There's a lot of build crafting to be done. And that's my next topic now, is that now that I'm 550, my time is now entirely freed up. My time is entirely freed up to now go and start and play the game. Yes, the game begins at 550. For me it does. You can't tell me any different, because I'm me and you're you. And that's what it does for me, because I'm build crafting. I will solo build craft, and I'm happy to solo build craft, probably potentially for 2 months straight. Yeah, that's how deep this goes, because there's so many more opportunities, right, to start. Now, when you're leveling, stick to one build, I've said that, but when you get to level, you can then start to think about endless possibilities. There's loads of buffs going on. So in the past, I used to ask people to submit me dim links in Discord. So when you're done leveling and you're free, I want you to start submitting Discord use. This is talking Discord users. Start submitting unique builds via a dim link to my Discord. My Discord users will understand what I'm on about. Start submitting unique builds that we don't know about and might be hidden gems, because there will be some hidden gem builds that nobody has sprung upon yet. There'll be something out there Because there always is with D2. There'll be a week, give it a week or two, something will come out new that we didn't know about, or some unique interaction. That's what really is the end game for me, right? And another thing is that I'm going to be able to now do my conquests to then get Guardian rank 11. So I'm now going to be able to come here. Hang on a minute, let's just have a look. So I'm going to be able to tie these up now, right? I'm going to be able to tie these up, and I'm going to be able to get this very unique emblem. Once I beat both ultimate conquests, I will get this unique emblem, and I do like it. So that's something that I'll be going for. So I'll be soloing both Hypernet on ultimate and ultimate conquest Avalon, because I've got time to do them now. I've got time to basically do them, and we'll be able to do them over and over and over with multiple builds on 3 classes with different things and this and that. There'll be all sorts of things. Not only that, the next thing, when we upload ultimate content for videos, it's going to be much more consistent. So in a title, if somebody says they've soloed Glassware at ultimate, they've automatically done it at minus 30 delta, because it's always minus 30 delta. So this is a good change. In the end, it is going to be better. Minus 30 delta is a medium difficulty, in my opinion. It's not too difficult. It's not too easy at times. Because like I've said to you, if you solo Luminality, go and do it and be humbled. Go and get humbled then. And then come back to me and say, oh, well, I couldn't solo it, but I think the game's too easy. Well, no, you don't have a right to say that because you can't solo it. Go and solo it. And if it's very easy to you, then you have a little bit of a right to say, okay, you know, it maybe is a little easy for me. But we need to please the majority of the player base, not the minority. But it is a fine line to be made with that. You need to please the majority, and the hardcore fan base still needs something as well. We all need to eat good, is what I'm trying to explain to you. So what is the point of 550 as well? In my opinion, these are the reasons. Number 1, Renegades is not going to increase power. If you get to 550 this month, you will not need to level for at least 3-4 months. You will not need to level until 2026. It'll be a huge weight off your shoulders. That is a massive thing. In Renegades, it looks like Bungie's going to be a bit more heavy on the content side of things. They are confident. They seem to be very confident in Renegades that we're not going to be leveling up. That says to me, if you read between the lines, that there's going to be enough content to keep us going until January, February, March. That's what I think. I've got a suspicion that the system is going to be very good, the bounty hunter system and all of that. You're going to be busy with doing other things. See, if you're not leveling, what are you doing? Well, you're build crafting and you're grinding weapons. And that's what it should be. There should be leveling in the game, yeah, but not the entire 4, 5, 6 months. You should level up for a month maximum, and maybe not even a month, 3 weeks. And then after that, you should be chasing builds and god roll weapons, and that's what you should be doing in your time. Yeah? So Bungie's very confident in Renegades, it seems, because I would have thought that they would have introduced a power bump to 600 or 650 in Renegades, and they're not even doing that. So yeah, that's what I think about that. And then the next thing, the reason why that will help you is Festival of the Lost. Festival of the Lost is going to pop up here. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. I can't mind what date it is right now. When that pops up, if you are 550 power, all of your stuff will be tier 5, even if you buy it from the vendor. So it'll be Ava, right? When you go to Ava, she'll have tier 5 stuff ready for you to go. If you're not 550, it will be tier 4 stuff. Right? That's the benefit. So the massive benefit from being 550 is seasonal events are easier to get god roll gear. It's easier to get your gear straight away quicker. I can get my gear quicker than you because I'm 550. I can get all of the tier 5 stuff faster than you. Even if there's a farm, I'm still going to beat you because I'm 550 power. So that is the reason why you do want to be 550 powered if it interests you. There's that. It's to experience the Conquest Ultimates, like I've said, to get this rare emblem. It's a very rare emblem. to get your Guardian rank 11 so that you're done and you've got closure. You need to get your closure so that during this era of time between Edge of Fate July to like October, November, at least you can stand up and say, well, hang on a minute. At the grindiest time of Destiny 2, I still beat the game and got 550. You got closure. And that is very powerful for Destiny 2 players. And then you could even take a pseudo mini break before Renegades and come back refreshed. So there's all these little things you can do, right? So that is the video on this, and that's the tips and tricks. Take the advice, like I say, and yeah, all of these portal changes are definitely, the leveling process is at least 3 or 4 times faster than what it was before yesterday's reset. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.